Uh, on Saturday, I had some really rough allergies, and unfortunately, I had a good backlog leading up to Saturday. It was going to be my recording day, and man, I just couldn't make it. I even tried streaming for an hour, thought I was feeling better, and just couldn't quite get there. So I really do apologize for missing an episode, but we're going to get right back into it. It's Sunday, it's a little bit late, so I'm probably only going to be able to do 1 or 2 episodes. I do still need to do Runt9 Looks At as well. So we'll see how the consistency goes, but I did double check the end of the last episode, and we basically ended up in a spot where we landed somewhere new. We got a bunch of contracts that we can start cranking our way through, and so I feel like we'll probably be doing 1 to 3 contracts per episode for a little bit, depending upon how spicy they are and whatnot. But before we do that, I was glancing around. Looks like we got a little bit of Mech Warrior XP to spend. I'm going to be straight up with you. I love Bulwark. 110%, especially with the recoil penalty subtraction, but you give me Bulwark, I'm a happy man. And this basically sets us up for Pilot, and with sure footing, we're definitely going to grab Ace Pilot. I'm not a huge fan of Coolant Vent, although Coolant Vent can definitely get you out of a tough situation. On Silver Eagle, we're already in a situation where I'm thinking we're going to move towards Master Tactician. I do like having pilots with that +1 initiative. That gets you +1 health, and that gets you the recoil penalty, but this one's definitely more of a scout. In fact, isn't Silver Eagle who we usually put in our Vulcan? If that's the case, we definitely are going to want to get to Master Tactician. Just makes things a lot better, especially Cold Shot bonus. It's a great pickup. Let's go ahead and grab a little bit more gunnery as well. Gunnery is just something that's never a bad idea to have a little bit more. For Shutter, don't have a lot going on. We need to kind of figure out, you know, we don't want to have too many of the same type of Mech Warrior. For Mothership, I mean, I do think we want to push forward to Breaching Shot, but why don't we go ahead and spend a little bit of time getting everything else just, you know, up to snuff a little bit. For Gumdrop, sitting in pretty solid defender space. I think, again, this is where you go for Master Tactician. And, you know, go ahead and grab the piloting as well. Go ahead and get that up there a little bit. Unsteady threshold, a nice one to have. Makes knockdowns less likely to happen. And then for Crackshot, how do we have someone named Crackshot that doesn't go for multi-target and possibly Breaching Shot? Then we'll grab that Tactics upgrade as well. And so going back to Shutter, based on what we've got, I don't necessarily think we need... Well, no, it would be kind of nice to have a second one with Sensor Lock. And we don't have Guts and Tactics as a combo. The only one with Sensor Lock on Silver Eagle is Piloting and Tactics. So why don't we go ahead and start heading towards Sensor Lock. And then at this point, I think we're ready to just dive in. We got some spicy missions here, but I think we start off on the 1.5 skull. Probably not doing a 2.5 skull. Like that's... I have hard times doing that with heavies, and we still don't have our first heavy. And I don't remember what the shop looked like here. I don't think we were necessarily in a situation, especially with our current cash, to really start pushing towards trying to pick up a heavy. Being able to grab a couple pieces of Warhammer salvage could be really nice, though. That would be a great heavy to pick up. Got some large laser pluses, but really not worth the cash. We like small laser plus, especially on our Vulcan. 5 damage, 25% crit, good stuff, but I don't think it's worth it right now. I think we just go ahead and look at which one of these we want to jump into. A 1.5 skull defend base should be possible. Recovery, we definitely have the speed to get in and out. Lunar scares me a little bit from a heat perspective, honestly, on both of them. But, you know, I think Carrier would kind of be just a good sense of what we would be facing as we stay here on Sacramento. And... you know, at 1.5 skull, there's a good chance that we face some mediums where the salvage could come in handy. I realize that cash is very important right now, but I'm excited to jump in with this crew. We got the A team, keep the Jenner on the sidelines, get our 2 skill Mech Warriors out there. Make sure we got things in the right place. And I feel like Sensor Lock on our Centurion feels a little bit off. But they are definitely going to be up in the thick of things a little bit. Although I think our Vindicator is going to be up in the thick of things a little bit more. So I'd say Bulwark is probably going to be more... Sensor Lock is going to be more beneficial on the Vindicator. Blackjack, definitely a sniper. Makes me think sure-footing probably isn't the best thing to have on Blackjack. Thinking I may even prefer to have sure-footing on Centurion, so that, because our Centurion has the most armor and is going to be tanking the most shots, so we definitely want to have it be a little bit further, or get that bonus evasion charge. Definitely entrenched is good as well. So how about we drop in and see what we can do from a recovery standpoint. I'm in an absolutely outstanding mood right now. We had a record slaughtering stream today on Twitch. 10 average viewers, 19 max viewers. It was incredible. And on YouTube, I put out top 10 One Step from Eden artifacts about 5 hours ago. Already has 25 views. I'm just incredibly excited about the community and the support and just how well things are starting to spread. I think that our Runt9 plays community is going to take the world by... Okay, taking the world by storm is a little bit much, but... You know, the little microcosm of the world that we're able to talk about. Grab the software virus. What? Oh, yeah. So, I'm just in a really, really good mood right now. Things have gone really well over the past week. And, you know, I'm just super excited to, you know, keep pushing forward. Now, the one thing of note, and this may end up affecting the series, is Battletech isn't doing too hot. You know, we did have a day of 100 views the other day, and I obviously, like, 100 views in a single day is just absolutely insane for us. But I do have to point out that Battletech isn't necessarily a super highly watched series. I'm loving the game, but it also has been a little bit much to run 3 careers at the same time. I'm not necessarily getting burned out, but it is a little bit much. So, you know, we're gonna probably just keep trucking through this week, see how the analytics spin a little bit, you know, see how many people bleed over from some of the other videos that are getting more attention, and just kind of go from there. But I would not be surprised if we do need to end the Battletech series and move on to something else. And one thing that I would say is we are right-facing a distinct possibility is coming up this week. Oh, a Kintaro. Oh, I would be so happy if we could incapacitate this pilot and grab ourselves a Kintaro. All right. That would be an absolutely excellent addition to this team. We actually probably should have reserved, let it get a little bit closer first. Now, granted, a Kintaro is also, especially at full armor, going to be a pretty rough mech to deal with. But I'm definitely excited about the prospect of potentially getting one. Wolverine's also pretty good as well. Getting some more of these slightly heavier mechs from an armor perspective, we definitely, or medium mechs specifically, definitely would be a big benefit. So yeah, obviously, like, I'm not sitting here saying, oh, well, expect the Battletech series to end. But what I am going to say is Monster Train comes out officially this week. And the first Monster Train series did pretty well, especially with Northern Lion picked it up, and I did a little bit of shameless plugging, and people have kind of told me that they like the Monster Train series. And honestly, I think with the full release, it may deserve being revisited. So we'll consider looking at that. You know, I definitely wouldn't mind hopping onto the Monster Train bandwagon, or band train as the case may be, and, you know, playing a bit more of the game. It's a game that I absolutely adore, and I really would like to check out the stuff that comes with the full release, the extra clans and whatnot. And I guess we got to just take whatever shot we got. We'll have to double check where it hit in the armor, but I think this is going to be a rough battle. Not going to lie. You know, it looks like it's 2 lights, 2 mediums, and everything's at full armor. I mean, it is 1.5 scale. You kind of expect that. But the thing is, it is also a recovery mission. Our Centurion's already taking damage. Like, I gotta remember, it's not a heavy. And that's part of it, is like, I've been playing with so many heavies recently. Like, our primary focus here is going to be, let's get our Vulcan up into the target zone and just go. So where are we at on this Kintaro here? We've punched through a little bit of left torso. We've done a little bit to the right leg. If we could get a torso and a leg, that would make it a lot easier to get the other torso. But I think right now, as much as I want to use our Vulcan, I think just sprinting up here and then jumping into the circle is going to be our best bet. And probably just accept the fact that we're going to take some damage and need some repairs. Right arm already knocked off our Centurion. This is our second round of combat. I mean, this is going to be a rough one. Going to be straight up with you. We got left torso down. I mean, I feel like you just kind of come in here and try to spread the damage out a little bit. Have him hit the Vindicator a little bit. Let's turn on as many lasers as we can. I mean, Lunar is... How bad of a heatsink? 65%? It's pretty rough. Not going to cold shot here, though. See if we can get some more damage down in that torso. We did a little bit, but not much. And that Wolverine hit our Centurion. I mean, that's right torso destroyed. Man, okay, that's a rough spot to be in. I mean, we didn't lose any weapons. That's why we were right facing, but maybe I didn't go back and put enough armor on that side. Our CT is also at 60 armor. This is immediately a tough battle for us. Trying to see, is there anywhere we can get 3 evasion pips? Yes, but not also able to focus on the Kintaro. I think we're going to have to accept this. I would prefer to face left now and let the damage get spread out a little bit, but give it a full volley and just do everything we can. Oh, I guess we're shooting the right side, not the left side now. Whatever. Alright, where are we at? Left torso's almost down. Left leg is definitely taking some damage, but... Oof, this is a little bit rough, not gonna lie. So I want to get the Blackjack up onto this mineral field, and then... Still don't think I want a called shot. I want the accuracy bonus, but we're probably going to want to start called shotting next turn. Basically, my ideal situation is if we can get out of this with our tail between our legs, and I'm pretty sure that that is CT structure damage. If that's the case, we may want to just withdraw. Like, I'm not going to lie, I don't think we are capable of this level of difficulty. We do not have heavy enough mechs to do this. We got CT exposed. We got the leg taking damage.
Yes, Commander.
I mean, at this point, do you just start running backwards and make them chase you? We've already lost some jump jets, so it really doesn't do us that much good. Turn this direction and shoot the Kintaro with whatever weapons you can spare, considering the heat problems. Fire the SRMs, and at this point, just kill it. SRM ammo explosion, that's good stuff. You love to see that. They're gonna keep going after the Centurion. I mean, the problem is, we do have permadeath on. Like, keep that in mind. If we lose our Centurion, we lose it. And the Mech Warrior... Well, okay, so YouTube is piloting it, so we wouldn't lose our Mech Warrior, but... I feel like cold shotting the right leg, getting that knockdown, might be the best thing to do at this point. Honestly, just stay in the mineral field. Give me a called shot on that injured leg. It's only 18%. Take it. Ah, we destroyed the CT. Okay, well, we'll get one piece of Kintaro salvage out of it. Wolverine is going to pop the Centurion. I don't know, dude. Oh my goodness. 2 CT health, and the lights are just going to kill it. The lights are just going to kill it. I have to click the button. We have to withdraw. We have to withdraw. Like, if we want this career to continue, we had to withdraw from that. That was legitimately one of the toughest battles I've had in the past. Gosh, I don't even know how long. I mean, our Centurion just started getting annihilated. I mean, yeah, go ahead and give me the Kintaro salvage, but... Wow. Okay, so let's kind of regroup and figure out where we're going to go from here. That was a rough fight, and I mean, we can't do any more battles without our heaviest mech, because the only other same difficulty is a 1.5 skull base defense, and we certainly can't afford that. All right, we took a hard L on that one. We also lost 1 morale. Man, how much is it going to cost to fix this thing? Heat sink and 2 jump jets? Okay, the thing is, I was like, all right, well, maybe I lightened up the armor too much on the right facing. I didn't. Look at this. We're at max armor, and it just got shredded. I don't know what we can do here. I'm a little bit at a loss, I'm gonna be honest with you. I mean, obviously, like, you fix it and you click this button. But I think we have to go back to lower difficulty stuff. And the problem is, we gotta make some cash, dude. So here's what you do: is you go to the star map, you search for something at 1 skull difficulty. Because we can do 1 skull, but apparently we can't do 1.5 skull. Travel contract is Appian. Challenge is 1.5. No. We can go back to Heratitis, which is where we came from. That's a 26-day travel. I mean, these are all going to be long travel times, unfortunately. 26 days. We could go back to Heratitis and get more... I mean, that's 27 days is the thing. Faster to go down these directions. All right, well, we certainly can't be looking at that flashpoint anytime soon. Chemicals is a good one. Periphery level civilization is not a good one. I was thinking it was. Manufacturing is actually a pretty solid one. So we could get free travel to Appian. Let's take a look at what the Appian contract looks like. Sorry, that's the wrong place. I'm a little disoriented right now. Like, that was a rough battle, and it was over quick. That's 2 skull. We can't even think about that one. Can't even think about it. I mean, I think we just skip over going to Appian, even though we got free travel, pay the 60 grand, accept the fact that we're going to be in a rough spot, and just go. We need to get a lot of cash. I mean, at this point, do a bunch of half skull and 1 skulls, get as much cash as humanly possible, and just try to fix it again. No lasting consequences. Okay. Salvage what we can. Try to keep this career alive. And I mean, I don't think we can sit here and look at any mech modifications either. Not that I necessarily know what we would do. I mean, yeah, the 20 stability damage on an AC2 is nice, but we're not sitting on some great weapons, and like, I think we've got some decent loadouts. We just need more armor to go up to those higher levels. So we don't want the morale +2. I think we go morale +1 and just accept the fact that we better get some cash.
We're nearly broke, Commander.
Yeah, continue, but on your terms. You gained 50k, gained honest, lost dishonest. Works for me, though. That seems like a good outcome. So yeah, like, I don't think that we're in an awful situation, but we definitely just need to step back down the difficulty. We understand now we can't pull off a 1.5 skull. And what we should have done, realistically, is as soon as we realized we were going to engage, I just didn't realize how difficult it would be. But we could have sent our Vulcan up into that circle and then just booked it, and we would have been fine. And we would have gotten the cash and the salvage out of it. So I do just want to check the store here. Rifleman, Thunderbolt, good stuff, but only one of each. AC5, I mean, some snub PPC pluses. There's really not enough good stuff in the store for me to care. So I think we just keep trucking along. So I do think that we're probably going to cut this episode short, because I know that if we dive into another contract, we're obviously going to go way over time. But I do feel kind of bad about how this episode goes. But that's the thing, is like, and why I appreciate this game so much is you knew the danger going in. You knew that 1.5 skull might be a little bit rough for you, and it was. But now let's take a look at the contracts we're sitting on here. Should be a bunch of 1 skulls, half skulls, which at that point, you just turn salvage down to 0, max out the cash. I mean, I would prefer to leave this planet with 2 mil in the bank. So we've got 4 1 skulls and 3 half skulls. We should be able to do every single one of these without taking any structural damage. And if you take the max pay of all of these, you know, you got $500,000, that's $1 million, that's $1 million. And that's 400, 2.25, 2. That's about 800K. So we could theoretically get close to about 2.8 million out of these contracts. I think that's perfectly fine. That's going to have to do the job. We've got a training day, which is a great one to do at the end. We are on Martian for some of this. Tundra. I saw a polar up here. Tundra. No. We're going to be okay. We definitely will get a lot of cash out of this. We'll be in an okay spot. Just play smarter. So, as much as I hate to say it, that's going to do it for this episode. But we are going to come back from this L bigger, better, stronger than ever. We're going to get ourselves some more mediums. We're going to get ourselves some better mediums and some heavies as time goes by. And once again, depending upon how the analytics start shaking out over this week, we might go ahead and cut things off and jump into some Monster Train. But if things pick up a little bit, I think maybe we'll just add Monster Train in as a bonus series. But I do think that's something that is probably going to happen one way or the other. So if you are watching this series, the single best thing that you can do to help the channel out is clicking the like button. That sends a message to YouTube that says, hey, I like this and other people might like this as well. In addition, make sure you subscribe to the channel so that you can see more awesome content like this in the future. Make sure you check out the top 10 videos that are coming out every week. And make sure you go check out twitch.tv/Runt9Plays. We're streaming 5 days a week, Wednesday through Sunday, 5 p.m. Central Standard Time, doing some great stuff. Battletech series on Thursdays and Saturdays at the moment. So go check that out as well. And if you want to be an even bigger part of the community, check out discord.runt9plays.com to join the community Discord. But until the next episode, I'm Runt9, and I'll see you later.